bloody YouTuber absolutely infuriates me. He creates a free video that's viewed by, I don't know, about 1,000 people. And it's almost like he hasn't tailored it specifically to me and how I want it to be done. But no choice but to comment. The intro to the free video is too long. Your hair looks stupid. The angle of your head is wrong. The length of the free video that I'm watching is wrong. And to top it off, your opinion is different to mine. Got no choice but to dislike.
Word to your mother. My name's Steve, this channel is FRAG30 and thanks for tuning in. It's appreciated. Today I'm going to be looking at a fragrance that did not receive much love in the sort of FRAG30 community, and I'm going to ask the question, is it really that bad? So the fragrance I'm talking about today is none other than Y from the house of Yves and Laurent. This is the EDT version, which has actually been superseded now by the 2018 EDP. Now, I actually prefer this version to the 2018 EDP, and I'll tell you why a little later on in the video. But the important thing to note now is because this was launched a couple of years ago and it received a lukewarm response at best, and it has been essentially superseded by the 2018 EDP, it means the prices of this have come down by quite a bit. At launch it was like 70, 80 pounds or something silly, and now you can get this for sub 50 pounds if you shop around, and sub 40 pounds. I actually got this particular bottle brand new, sealed and delivered for just over 30 pounds. I got that from an online store in the UK called Hoagie's Online, and this version they were actually selling because a little bit cheaper still because it had a damaged box. But as you can see, the box had minimum damage and it was still wrapped and sealed, etc. and as new, but it's just that slight damage on the side there that actually means that they were doing this for sub 40 pounds. It was like 36 or 37 pounds or something. And I then found a 10% discount code, so I got it even cheaper still. And then I used some cashback, which I had in a top cashback account, to get another sort of £2 or £3 off. So I paid about £30 for this. So for that price, I thought it's certainly worth considering. So what do I get from this fragrance then? I get a very fresh, quite sharp opening from the citrus, from the bergamot and the lemon. I also get some of the aldehydes as well. Some people moan about that. I actually quite like it, probably because I'm a chemist and I worked in a chemistry lab for sort of 11 years or something. So I'm probably kind of not too opposed to them as some other people. So that's why I get kind of early on, but I must admit quite early I also start getting some of the undertones of the ambroxide. Now it says there's ambergris in the base, but it's probably not going to be the case and it's going to be ambroxide. So I get that some subtle undertones of that sort of in the opening, but it comes on a little bit stronger later on. Within the first 10 to 15 minutes, I then start getting the violet leaf coming through with the ginger, and as it starts drying down a little bit more after sort of 20-25 minutes, it starts getting a little bit sweeter, and I get the sage coming through as well, and the violet leaf remains. So I'm essentially left with a slightly woody base that's kind of fresh from some of the violet leaf, and also it's got a sort of nice sweetness to it as well, probably from the sage and the ambroxide. And it's a really nice, fresh, pleasant, very easy to wear fragrance that will pick up compliments. And that's the thing, it's all about managing expectations. So if that's what you're expecting and that's what you're looking for, this will deliver. And you know what? Sometimes that's what I want, and that's why I ordered this. I just wanted something that's very safe, very fresh, very clean, that might pick up some compliments that I can wear in the office, and this is exactly it. That's what I want sometimes. Sometimes I just want to smell nice. And I don't always want to smell like I've slept in a barn overnight, you know, rubbing up against a cow's arsehole. That's not always what I want to smell like, believe it or not. Sometimes I just want something that's clean, that's fresh, and that's not going to offend anybody and people are going to like. And that's exactly what I get from this fragrance. Now, to get that, when this originally came out, and this was, you know, £70 or something, you know, sort of list price, retail price, that's crazy money, that for this fragrance. But now you can get this for sub £40. I think this is an actual real contender. Now, I'm not trying to claim that this is a masterpiece, because it's not. It is basic, mate. It is basic. But, as I say, it is a really nice, clean, fresh fragrance. Now, I've worn this, and I've also worn the EDP version. As I sort of touched upon earlier in the video, I prefer the EDT. And that is because I think the EDP is in many ways a better fragrance. It's richer, it's stronger, it has better performance, and you know, it has more depth. But what I don't like is they've really amped up the sage, and for me, I don't like it. That kind of amped up sage note is something that I don't particularly enjoy. Where the sort of more subtle sage that's in this, I actually really enjoy it. It's really nice, and it's a really pleasant fragrance. Performance-wise, it's not a beast by any means, but it's not awful. I get about 4 to 5 hours of longevity on my skin, and I appreciate that is not great. For me, the minimum I expect is about 4 hours, because I then know it will get me to lunch, and I'm happy just to carry a travel atomizer and reapply at lunch. So it's not great kind of on the longevity side. That said, if you spray on clothes, you might get it a little bit longer still, because I would kind of smell my arm when I've worn this for several days on the trot now, and I've really enjoyed it, I've got to say. But I've sprayed it on my skin, and when I tried to smell it, you know, after about 4 or 5 hours, I kind of struggled to smell it, yet I was still kind of getting whiffs of it, kind of. So I think it's because I spray my shoulders and it lasts longer on clothes, certainly. So yeah, about 4 to 5 hours, so not great, but again, not bad for something that's quite fresh. Projection wise, I get really good projection, especially in the first hour. So in the first hour, I get some really good projection, but it's not offensive projection. It's not like in your face. It's quite a nice sillage, and this smells really good in the sillage. So my wife really likes this. She complimented me on this. I went into the office and a few people noticed when they kind of come in close and someone hugged me. So it is kind of noticeable, but it's not like you're going to choke out a room. So again, works quite well in an office. So yeah, I get really good projection in the first hour, quite good projection in the second hour, and then it gets a little bit closer and it's a bit more of a skin scent. So again, for the money, you know, if you're looking 30 to 40 pounds, you know, again, I don't mind that sort of performance for this type of scent. If I was spending 70, 80 pounds, that'd be a different story. So in response to my question, is it that bad? I would have to say no, it's not. Now, again, I'm not standing here in front of you claiming that this is a masterpiece. It's not. It's all about managing expectations. If I was spending 70, 80 pounds on this, then yes, I might be disappointed. But now the price has dropped to sort of below 50 or below 40 pounds in many cases. It is a great option. If you want something that's insanely versatile, that is so easy to wear, I would say of my whole collection, this is by far the easiest fragrance to wear. Now, I know some of the fragrance geeks out there don't want easy to wear. They want challenging, they want interesting, they want, you know, something that smells like a fucking donkey has pissed on an owl. Then by all means, you know, there's stuff out there. But if you want something that's really easy to wear, that's gonna pick you up some compliments in the office, and is now better value than it used to be, I would urge people just to revisit this, just to give it a spray when you're next in store and just kind of smell it, and then get online, and if you like it, pick up a bargain. This is just so easy to wear. It really is a good fragrance, but it's about managing expectations. I bought this because I wanted something that was really safe to wear in the office, and I wanted something that would just mix it up a bit from my Bleu de Chanel EDP, and another one I love is Zegna Uomo, which again, interestingly, has a very sort of similar style to this, in the sense that it's very fresh, but also quite smooth and clean, and it also has violet leaf in there as well. So I love those fragrances, but I just wanted another option just to mix it up a little bit. And this completely delivered and met my expectations. So there you have it. That's my opinion on Y EDT from Yves Saint Laurent. I prefer it to the EDP. Most people don't, but that's just me. And it's all about managing expectations. But now the price has come down, I think those expectations are a lot easier to be met. So thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of this, or perhaps you might now revisit this, or I don't know, or you might just leave a mean comment and call me a dickhead. That tends to be the case. But, you know, I'm just sharing my opinion, and it's my opinion, and that's all it is. I'm not saying anyone's right or wrong. It's just opinions, and this is mine, and you might disagree, and that's cool. I don't mind. Thank you for watching. If you did get something out of this video or you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Or if you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button because that kind of helps me grow the channel. You know, that'd mean a lot to me. Thank you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one. Much love.